You guys should be able to hear that, right? Welcome from Spokane, Washington. This is Oscar. I'm a bilingual realtor, and I got a great show for you today. Today I have the one, the only, my marketing team. Please give it up for 1140 Studios.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Give you the, yeah, you guys go. So let's go ahead and introduce my crew. These guys are boots on the ground, my camera, my videography team, my social media. Let's give it up. Let's start with here on my right. We have Mr. Eric Jaimes from WSU. Give it up for Eric.
Hi, guys. It's a pleasure to be here. It's always exciting to be in new ventures. You know, it's nice. It's nice to be here.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Go
100%.
Cougs, that's right. Mm-hmm. And his business partner, we have my good friend, Mr. Matthew Guzman.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Oscar.
Yeah, say hi to the folks at home.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah. Guys, thank you for coming. We've talked a lot about it, but we're actually here. We're making it happen.
It's exciting, you know, for something that we talked about a couple months ago, you know, just an idea in a coffee shop to, you know, full-fledged. We are here. Test. We are here. That's crazy.
Can awesome. You believe it? Mm-hmm. That's a W.
That is a W.
So we're actually going to show the world what we can do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and start with Eric. You were studying WSU.
Yes.
You actually were fortunate enough to be on WSU football team as their photographer, cameraman. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it was an exciting opportunity that just happened to happen at a restaurant, and I was a server. My former boss was just a client, and just, you know, in right then and there, a quick interview of just what I do, who I'm about. Was like, okay, you know what? Meet me in my office the next couple of days, and then boom, got the job, and it was just smooth sailing from there. And I would honestly give all my thanks to Oli and WSU football for teaching me the fundamentals of what I know now as a creative moving forward.
No, that's awesome.
That's powerful.
And I love you guys. If you see his work, he's following me. Watch my Thankful Thursday videos. You're always following me, and I love having someone follow me because I can talk to, as if I were talking to the audience, I'm talking to my cameraman. Mm-hmm. So thank you. Mm-hmm. Let's switch gears. Mr. Guzman, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
So your background, you were also at WSU. Is that how you two met?
No. We met because he's a mutual friend of my wife's, and we met after they both graduated from high school. Mm-hmm. Yeah, after I think it was at CBC, right?
I met him during my college years around that time. Like when I entered WSU, actually, because I was at CBC in Pasco prior to, but once, you know, 2020 WSU happened, that's kind of like the general time frame, because he was also connected to my very other good friend Doriel, and that's kind of how we started like mingling around.
I see. Okay. And then you two just hit it off, and you guys just one day woke up. Like, how did you start your marketing team?
No, it was insane. Like, I remember just like the day happening where it's like, let's just do something. And then I hit up Doriel, I hit up Matthew, and I was like, you know what? Let's go hard. As someone that has done business, you know, just here and there, I loved how, before even talking about business, I told Matthew, hey, let's go to Las Vegas, like that.
Las Vegas?
Yeah, and within a couple months of meeting him, and, you know, we went to Vegas, we had a great time, and I knew that this is the business partner that I need to have at my right hand. Yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
Moving forward, it's been, you know, just one great sell.
Well, you guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, we started back in pretty much the beginning of COVID, and I think that's where a lot of creatives really... Mm-hmm. Actually started the same thing. A lot of photographers really stepped into their role trying to get into the creative realm, especially being constrained to just an apartment or a house.
No, I agree. I think it gave you guys a lot more brain ideas. For example, like, hey, we could do this, we could do that when we can reopen, right? I mean, your collaboration, you guys always have, like, I love your guys' hey, Oscar, let's do this. What do you think about this? I'm like, guys, this is a great idea. I love it. And by the way, thank you for the... awesome gift. Check it out, my new hoodie. I'm excited to rock your merch.
Yeah, thank you for supporting us as a business.
Hey,
local Spokane business, right?
Hey, I think, as you guys know, we make a good team. So let's talk a little bit about your team. So you guys work with real estate. That's me. What other businesses are you guys covering, or like what other ventures are you guys?
Yeah.
I don't need to know the client specifically, but like what other industries can you guys perform?
Yeah. So originally we have a cumulative amount of 15 years of experience. And Eric, he started out growing his personal photography portfolio years before I started. When COVID started, I was mainly doing portraits, weddings, and that was the
That's
bulk
right.
of
Your background is camera.
really the business itself. For him, it's, I mean, and you can speak to this and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's mainly going to be the more personal. This is more the residential side of real estate, right?
Yeah.
We didn't really have anything commercial. Recently, in the last 3 years, we really stepped in to have a conversation to say, hey, you know, the reality is your general consumers are not going to have the needs that somebody that is owning a business and creating something that is actually going to be profitable. Is something that they're actually investing in for their future and for their family. There's just a total difference of needs.
Well, and in real estate, we say it this way: if you're not using video, you're getting left behind. And I don't know the other industries, but I think majority of them would agree. And you guys, I love your work. We're storytelling, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're a great videographer. I love what you do. And I think, are you teaching Matthew now?
We are always teaching each other.
Well, and Matthew's strength is, like you said, camera photography. And, you know, I'm not a photographer or a videographer, sort of. But it's just storytelling. Hey, what are we doing today?
It really comes down to that. Ultimately, like, it doesn't matter the gear you have. It just comes down to how well are you going to tell that story.
I love it. Okay, let's back up. Tell me, what do you love about your industry, about marketing? What do you love about what you guys do?
I can easily say, and I had this like mentality since I was young, you know, since I did this before everything. Like, I used to do this with another friend of mine from high school, like just doing quinceañeras, like just doing, like literally at 15 years old, 16 or whatever, like young, like doing quinceañeras. And it came down to just the storytelling, and that for me is the biggest thing. And I always told myself back then, I was like, if I want to make cool stuff, I'm going to make cool stuff with my own two hands. And that's what it comes down to. That's the pinnacle of why I do what I do with creative marketing and just creative in general. It's being able to create something amazing out of nothing.
And the beauty is, it doesn't matter the industry. You could be a jeweler, you could 100%. Be a seamstress, you could be a tile worker. You can
make, like, for example, you can go into like another industry that we worked on, and I have like put myself more into is like the food industry, restaurants, stuff like that. You can easily turn in a simple burger meal into a 5-star burger, like just depending on how you're shooting it, how you're telling it, and it makes the difference for the client as well. And that's another big caveat to it all. It's just being able to tell the story in your own words.
I love it.
And going back,
I was going to ask you.
Yeah, sorry, to go back to that same question. The thing I personally love about the type of industry that we work in is the personal collaboration between some of the different types of niches that other photographers, videographers, creatives in general have together. Now, one of the things that I really dislike about it, to really kind of flip that around.
How did you know I was going to go there?
Because that's freaking knew. Like, I'm just saying, one of the things.
Let me ask you.
Okay.
What do you dislike about your industry?
What do you want to say first, or do you have more time in it?
No, well, I would just say it. No, I'll let you take this one.
So one of the things that I personally dislike, especially when it comes to the creative industry, is the independent feeling of not necessarily having somebody behind you to be able to mentor you through the process. It's almost like you're walking into a realm on your own, working and really knacking away at being able to grow into your own, honestly, your own creative, figuring out your own style, whether that be in website creation, photography, videography, or in something that is like modeling. It's like you have to work out that muscle and really just make sure you're honing that skill. And so you deal with a lot of criticism, and a lot of people will really judge you, especially when you're doing things like photography and videography. And Eric can speak to this a lot more. going into weddings when you're not necessarily working on the same team, some things can be uncoordinated.
Oh yeah, we don't want that.
No, definitely. And yeah, I would say that, yeah, leading back to that, the biggest caveat to working in this industry, yes, is who you're working with, whether that's clients or like just your like employers or your employees, sorry, or people that are working with you, or just even third party or like third party services. Like if we're the photographers and there's another videographer, you know, then you have those moments where you're crashing each other to get the attention of the bride or of the quinceañera, etc. Unless it's like, you know, full controlled by you. If 1140 Studios is doing the entire production, then you have control. When you don't, it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys what I mean, I'm not in your industry, but what I would dislike and what I would really like. What I dislike, because I get these calls almost every week. Hey, can I be your new photographer? I'll be 50% off. I'll do a free shoot. I don't like the undercutting. And I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to say, hey, give me a chance to prove myself. I get that. But when you're a high product, high service, you don't undercut yourself, in my opinion. But these new camera guys, they're shooting their shot, and I respect that. So for me personally, I don't like the undercutting or like, hey, what's your camera guy charge you? Oh, I can do it for $100 less. To me, that just devalues your industry a little.
It really does. And that's another thing about it too. That isn't necessarily, you have two sides of the same coin. You have the side that doesn't know how to charge themselves, so they undercharge. And then you have the other side of the coin where it's like, I will charge you so much money for this most simple thing. So, you know, just kind of talk a little bit for a second. One of my first experiences, I wasn't a photographer at the time, but it was my in-laws were getting a photography photo shoot for their wedding.
Okay.
$2,000, 50 photos. They were good. They were good. I won't lie, they were good. But they're not great. But $2,000 for that, and it was something that they showed up for maybe about an hour and a half. And it wasn't really an experience. It wasn't a walkthrough experience. They just kind of showed up, did it. And we really want to be able to do that differently. We want to be able to actually walk photographers, videographers through the training process to be able to give the husband and the wife an experience to say, hey, we're here to capture the memories creatively.
Right. This is
and
the biggest day.
Goals.
It's their biggest day. You want it to go right, fluid. They're going to show their kids, their grandkids. So these
going to be hanging up on their wall for 50, 60 years. You don't want a picture of grandma with her like Nokia phone from 2005. You know?
Hey, seriously. You know what I would, if I were in your guys' shoes, what I would like is the different industries. Like today I'm going to go to a restaurant. Tomorrow I'll go to a real estate shoot. Like I love the diversity.
That is great. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
It's and that's the thing that keeps me in the game. At the end of the day is to each their own. Everyone has their way of living, and if you're comfortable with doing whatever you're doing consistently, that's awesome. Great for you. I, for one, though, I get bored easily, quickly, and I'd like to be able to have that ability to like jump around and let's go with industry of real estate. You know, we got food today, we got construction another day.
You got sports.
I got college athletics are a whole different beast, etc. There's so much that you can do with the photo and video camera.
I love it. You guys are great. So I got a couple videos I want to share with you guys. I think as cameramen, videographers, you guys are going to enjoy this. Let's take a look. So this is the first one. And when I saw this video, I was like, I can see you guys doing something similar. Are you ready?
That's it.
Let's go.
Here we go. So
no,
that's crazy. What the?
That's crazy.
Well, you know, anything for the shot, you know.
For real. I thought it was gonna be another skateboarder behind him.
So I'm gonna watch it one more time, actually, just because you can see the.
That's insane, though.
I feel like that last clip was the actual speed of all the other videos.
What did you guys think about that?
I feel like it's a lot safer than what it looks like in that first clip, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah,
but isn't that cool? I mean,
no, we work with photographers and videographers that literally are hanging outside of freaking vehicles to hold that freaking gimbal shot. So it's like anything for the shot.
No, literally anything for the shot.
Yeah. See, that's a term you guys literally anything for the shot.
Anything for the shot. That's a big thing for us.
You guys are crazy, but I love it.
Well, that's the thing I really appreciate is like there's a lot of value in being able to present and capture these types of memories. I mean, from Aaron getting flown out to Texas for those WSU games to being able to get paid to drive out to these beautiful moments for people's weddings. It's really amazing. It's touching.
Yeah, seriously,
it's an amazing opportunity to be able to experience that moment with them.
Yeah, all I'm saying is like if I swear I don't have my camera, but I have a lens to showcase it.
So what is this? So what do we got here?
No, this is just a simple telephoto lens, not Sony, but it's a Tamron lens. This is just one of these lenses that this specifically, you want a good sports videography lens, good wildlife, good range, and don't want to spend a lot of money. Skip it on the 70 to 200 Sony. Go for the Tamron 70 to 180 G2. And it does almost the exact same thing. Great autofocus. The only difference is you're only sacrificing 20 millimeters. Instead of 200, you're at 180.
That's the hard thing though, because you're like, we really have a niche, like we had a niche need for that. That's Seriously. Not the end all be all, because everybody has a different need for a lens. Like this setup that we have right here, you needed a specific shot range versus shooting like across an entire field. So it's like everybody's niche is different. And that's the thing I really appreciate about photography and videography is we get to explore like real estate that has a need for a 35 millimeter for showing off those rooms versus like having like something like
a telephoto to shoot some football stars
that you're literally 200 feet away from. So it's really amazing to be able to use these types of things that we can invest in. But like this guy right here, I mean, what is like 1,500? Like
$1,000.
It's just glass too. Wow. So it's like, this costs money. But that's the thing about those guys that are gouging themselves. They want to get an in. These things cost a lot of money. Yeah. And you're devaluing yourself. And that's what we really want to try and accomplish differently is we want to be able to get in front of the businesses, the consumers in a way that is more of a relationship and an advocate. And we want to be able to train our team to say, hey, we want to find out what exactly you need and provide it at a more affordable cost that isn't price gouging to the point where you lose the quality for that.
These are nice. These are your tools of the trade. You know, a plumber would use his wrench. A carpenter would use his saw, hammer. This is your tool.
Yeah, exactly. If it weren't for this tool, I wouldn't be making as much money as I would have sticking to a kit lens.
But you know what else I would say? You're going to get happier customers because the work that we've done, I'm happy with the work. But if it came out pixely or, I would be like, hey, man.
Unfocused, etc.
Yeah, I'd be like, what am I paying you for? I could have done better on my camera phone.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, I appreciate the high quality stuff. We're going to switch gears. We're going to watch this. This one I thought was hilarious because, like, we talk about devaluing.
Right. No, definitely.
Take a look at this video. Tell me what you guys think. Here we go.
You hired the cheapest cameraman to make your TikToks.
I want that guy. I want that guy recording my wedding.
The video.
I want that guy recording my cousin's wedding right there.
All it needs is the transitions and we're golden.
Yep. He's going crazy. He's getting the angles.
These angles are in, bro.
A lot of natural lighting too.
Let's post this to Sundance Films. Let's go.
So what did you guys think of that video?
Beautiful.
All I'm saying is let's enter it into a film festival.
Beautiful.
You know, in real estate, I get the clients that, I can do it cheap or I can find somebody cheaper.
Of course.
And that I totally.
Of course. That's what you think.
First cheaper is not always better.
No, not at all.
And that's why don't undercut yourselves. Keep it up.
There's this saying out there. And I can only say it in Spanish. It's like
Go ahead,
lo barato cuesta.
Yeah, I agree.
Cuesta. It's the cheap things cost more.
Yes, I agree.
Better translation, like
you know what I always say You get what you pay for.
Yeah, and that's a better version of saying that. 100%. You are getting what you paid for. You know, you spend the extra bucks, you will see the premium.
Yeah.
100%.
So 1140 Studios, my question is, do you guys have anything new upcoming with your business? What's going on?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is we started this kind of conversation when we were kind of in a more separated position. We didn't really have a central office area, so 2025 is going to be a year for focusing the Spokane market and really introducing ourselves to the community, seeing how we can support people. We work with specific contractors at the moment that we currently pay to work with nonprofits, and so we have. Our goal is to, our goals 2025 is to be able to work with our contractors better, to be able to get them in front of businesses and be able to have a relationship with these businesses. We don't want to necessarily just be there just to provide a couple photos, like 5 photos, charge them $500 and walk away.
No,
we want to be able to provide value.
That would probably be the last time they work with you. If that were me, I'd be like, what? This is all I got? So.
No, and the biggest thing is, and that's what it is selling that experience, not to like toot my own horn, but like I've had clients, time and time again come back to me because I gave them that experience, the first time. I'll never forget the family that first hired me when I was, starting up in Othello with my first little Canon T5i or whatever I had back then. Just a simple quinceañera that happened for their daughter I ended up doing their family weddings, another family wedding,
you did the wedding?
Reunion. Yeah, like a bunch of things that after that events, with just one quinceañera photo shoot, quinceañera shoot that happened.
Good job.
More business came after that. And then, that leads into more credibility and whatnot. So people love to know that, there's a good word out there of you.
Right.
Yeah. And we pride ourselves with our 5-star reviews. That's like the biggest thing that we kind of hold as far as pride and joy. And we, there's a lot of conversations that people,
Okay. Well, I personally, what I like about your guys' business? I really like Marketing Mondays. Do you guys want to talk about Marketing Mondays? Or do you want the client perspective?
You tell me.
So Marketing Mondays is we will meet via Zoom and they will do a deep dive analysis on my social medias. You'll tell me, hey, we got more following. Hey, we're getting more likes. Hey, we're getting more engagement. Well, this is working. This isn't working. I recommend you do this. Here are your scripts. I think you should do this title. So for me, and I really like, you guys are super nice about it. I recommend you do this. Ultimately, it's my decision. Like, I don't like this. I don't want to do this. I don't do this. But you guys give me the options, and I'm super open to it because, look, I'm growing. I can't believe it. So I personally like Marketing Mondays. I get that one-on-one, 2v1, but 2 heads are better than 1. And because I'm focused on real estate, I don't have time to be working on the socials.
Right.
So I really appreciate your guys' help. I always ask Matthew, hey, is this a story? Is this a post? Is it a reel? So thank you guys for helping me step up my game.
Yeah, it's good to collaborate and know what you want to post and where you want your social media to go. So glad we can collaborate.
Guys, this was great. Thank you for coming. Do you guys have any final thoughts?
No, I mean, it's a pleasure to be here. It's been a minute since I've been in front of a camera in podcast setting. So
yeah, usually you're on the other side.
I'm on the other
He's
end.
on the other side of the camera filming.
It feels weird, dude. It feels very weird.
Cameraman will never get used to it though, but it's always nice to be here.
It feels nice. It feels nice.
Let me just say I appreciate you guys working with me, especially working with you guys, working with me, and we're gonna go up. I'm taking guys with me.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Hey, give it up for my marketing team. They are amazing. They are great. Let's just say bye to the camera unless you guys want to do a mic drop.
We can't drop these mics, but you know what?
You know what? Bye, guys. Oh, if you like this video, please like, follow, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
We are good.
Good job, you guys.